evening and Happy New Year, Mayor, Commissioners, Administration, and wonderful members of the public and all the neighborhoods that have come out tonight. It is my privilege to address this commission on behalf of the Neighborhood Association President's Council, and it's a privilege that we're very grateful for, and we take it quite seriously. Before I begin my presentation, I have been directed by the Council of Presidents to express to the administration and the commission our unanimous and very enthusiastic support for adopting one of the recommendations made by the internal auditor in his report on code enforcement. We strongly urge the commission and the administration to rethink the policy against accepting anonymous complaints. We all realize that in years past, that privilege was abused by a very few people who spoiled it for the rest of us. Addressing code violations and blight in the neighborhoods is a concern throughout the city, as you all certainly know. And we feel very strongly that anonymous complaints would go a long way towards making that better. So, thank you very much. Let me turn out a few lights.
I never have these things.
Oh, wait a minute. I need to know how this works. Okay. Thank you. So you can go out now.
Oh, Lord.
The Neighborhood Association President's Council is very pleased tonight to put up some cheers and some hoorahs to the City of Lake Worth and our partnerships for the effective collaboration and the great work we've been able to do together. This particular presentation is dedicated to Robert Elliot, who died this last fall. He was the president of Tropical Ridge for several years, as well as a director and a great, great friend of the neighborhoods. He believed, as we all try to emulate, that it's better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. Robert Elliot is a Neighborhood Association president and a Lake Worth neighbor that lit many candles. So what is the NAPC? For our purposes tonight, you can say that it stands for Neighborhoods and Partners Collaborating. These are some of our partners. You'll see at the top Palm Beach County, the City of Lake Worth, Fire Rescue, PBSO, and all of these other organizations within the City of Lake Worth and throughout the county. We have great, effective working partnerships with all of these groups, and it benefits not only their mission, but ours as well. Our partnerships with nonprofits extend the range of their services and ours. As you can see from all of these different flyers, everything from Big Dog Ranch Rescue to Mavericks High, the NET through the CRA and the Solid Waste Authority, Neighbors Helping Neighbors, corporate sponsors like McDonald's, and many, many more. These nonprofits and even corporate partners have acknowledged the benefit of our mission, and that's to make Lake Worth the best home it can be for all our neighbors. Compass, very valuable partner to the neighborhood associations. Several associations over the years have had their meetings there. Compass has always been willing to open their doors to us. Gray Mockingbird Garden, one of our newest nonprofits in the City of Lake Worth, is a very important partner with the NAPC. And this is something that has been going on for a while, and we felt it was high time that it was acknowledged. The neighborhood associations and our fine and friendly merchants within the City of Lake Worth are open to partnership. These are just a few of the very, very many businesses, service providers, and individuals in the City of Lake Worth who have sponsored different things for the NAPC and the neighborhood associations, either with ads or generous donations of goods and services. Sometimes it's a discount or a gift certificate that's raffled off at neighborhood association meetings as a door prize. Is there a formula for effective partnership? Well, our friend Albert tells us that yes, there is. Effectiveness equals our ability to communicate. I'm going to say that again. We are only as effective as our ability to communicate. And You can see along the bottom some of the different ways we do that. This is the NAPC mothership. This is our website. Every neighborhood association in the NAPC has a page on the website with information where their boundaries are, when and where their meetings are, who their leadership is, and how to contact them. And of course, the neighborhood mail. We have one email address that people can contact the NAPC, and that is forwarded then to all the presidents or the president of the association that it relates to. User-friendly means friends use it. Communication, again. We go where neighbors go to chat and stay connected, and that means Facebook. It's free. It's a power tool that works. We announce meetings and all kinds of events on Facebook, and you can see there just a few. Neighborhood meetings, special events, speakers, like many of the commissioners and a lot of our staff that come to neighborhood association meetings. And these are our NAPC family of neighborhoods in alphabetical order. We begin with Bryant Park. You can't think of Bryant Park without thinking of the Great American Rat Race, and you can't think of the Great American Rat Race without thanking Herman Robinson for keeping it alive and making it thrive all these years. These are a few pictures from past rat races, and all the different neighborhood associations and the city of Lake Worth, which has now participated for 2 years. Another signature event held annually by Bryant Park is the annual Derby Day. And you see from pictures from the last Derby Day, those are people from all over the city. This is not just a Bryant Park event. If one thing that has happened that is definitely to the benefit of all the associations is that we have formed a true family. What's good, what's to be celebrated, what's to be concerned, the problems to be solved by one neighborhood association are everybody's concern. College Park, for example, uses yard signs to announce meetings. Neighborhood-wide surveys done by College Park, and you see from the slide on the left, at our meetings and at all the neighborhood association meetings, we are very pleased to offer the opportunity for special presentations, in this case by the city manager, Michael Bornstein, by different commissioners, by different staff members. And here's College Park celebrating the new grand reopening of Spillway Park. Downtown Jewel, always great for a party. Here they are at the last raft race, and this is one of their signature events that is just an absolute blast. And it's coming up this year. I think they're talking about maybe March 23rd, March 22nd, will be the third annual Floffing Tournament. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Putting fun first. That's the Floffing Tournament. Downtown Jewel also, for example, is always the first. When the library holds their school supply drive, they immediately challenge all the neighborhood associations to surpass each other in getting donations of goods and services. We're very, very pleased to welcome Eden Place back into an active neighborhood association family. This may or may not be their new logo. Their first meeting is coming up next month. Lakeview Heights is one of our new neighborhood associations that is just getting started. Mango Groves, everybody knows very well. You can spot a mangoite anywhere. These are people with great creativity that love their neighborhoods, and they are beloved throughout the city. Their signature event, the Art and Wine at the Echo, the second annual, was just held last December, and it was a huge success, and we're looking forward to that too becoming an annual event. The Art Stroll that they held last February, we hope that happens again too. That was great fun. How's that for featuring a wonderful home in the neighborhood? Memorial Park is one of our new neighborhood associations, and this group is especially interested in promoting sporting activities for children in the neighborhood. Even though Memorial Park is not exactly within their boundaries, they love and care so much for the park that they took the name anyway. So we welcome them. Murray Hills is a homeowners condo association. Is that 10 minutes? Is that really 10 minutes? I will fly, I promise.
Everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Murray Hills. Parent Code, what a great logo. The parent heads are at every parade, the home tour, which they have usually every other year, and of course, like all the associations, they too make presentations to the City Commission. Pineapple Beach, a fabulous new neighborhood association that has taken the idea of partnership and collaboration with Solid Waste Authority to new heights. At their last cleanup, and they've had 4 since August, they had over 60 people. Rolo, residents of Lake Osborne Heights, very active neighborhood association representing the citizens out there. Royal Poinciana neighborhood, again, takes partnership and collaboration with the CRA, with the NET neighborhood cleanup team, and with the Solid Waste Authority to new heights. South Palm Park, our oldest neighborhood association, celebrated 50 years this year. And here we go again. When the city says we need people to let us know that they want the pool open more, South Palm Park challenged all the neighborhood associations to a contest. Sunset Ridge, our geographically largest neighborhood association, very, very happy and grateful for the new playground equipment up there. Tropical Ridge, here we go. Some great people from Tropical Ridge, very active neighborhood association, beautiful cottages and yards of the month. Notice, if you will, that even Burger King, a commercial business, was honored as a yard of the month. Here's one of their recent festivals with our partners from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. And here's an older festival from a few years back. So what does it mean when you add up all these different neighborhood associations? Exactly what does it equal? It's not 16, it's 16 to the 16th power, because together we are greater than the sum of our parts. We were very honored this year when the mayor proclaimed that week in November, Neighborhood Association Awareness Week, and we are having a proclamation framed and hung in City Hall. We wound up the year with our Thanksgiving dinner. And as I flip through these pictures, I want you to notice old, young, people from all over the city, from every neighborhood. Some of these people you'll recognize and we all know well. You will see among these pictures people from every political persuasion who agree on nothing politically, and yet here everyone is together enjoying and celebrating the fact that we are neighbors in what we think is the greatest city in Palm Beach County. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? This is the icing on the cake, so to speak. This, in partnership with the City of Lake Worth, the Department of Community Sustainability, Mike Blevins gave us the Where's Your Neighborhood map. This has been huge and a great source of pride. People love pointing to their neighborhoods. I love this picture on the lower left. We asked Yana to point to her favorite neighborhood. She turned right around, embraced the map, and said, I love them all. This happens on the NAPC front porch, at evening on the avenues, and at different events throughout the town. We too will be at the Festival of Trees, so we hope you'll all stop by. So what's next for the NAPC in 2014? 4 major things. The neighborhood guidebooks. Would you pass those down? Don't turn the light on. Do that afterwards. A new front porch. A new improved front porch, continued support for all our neighborhood associations, and to build on the strength and success of our partnerships with the City of Lake Worth, PBSO, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, and all our nonprofit business and government partners. The neighborhood guide, this we hope to have printed at the beginning of March, end of February. This will be a 40-page guide featuring all the neighborhood associations and will be funded by ads from our local businesses with very generous help from PBSO. The new improved front porch. There's a good view. Right now we have seating for 4. We have applied for a grant. We will find out probably next month or within the next 6 weeks whether that grant is going to be recommended for approval. And if it is, we're asking for just under $2,100 to fund this easily stackable, movable furniture and tables. Here, movie night on the front porch. How nice is that? We'll have seating for plenty, be able to do it. New improved front porch banners. You can see our banner here in the front is getting a little dog-eared. We'd like to turn it into a banner to make it very easily movable. And instead of just the 8 neighborhood association banners that we have now, we want to have 2 big banners featuring all of the neighborhood associations, whether they have banners or not. No discussion about our partnership with the City of Lake Worth is complete without mentioning Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Make the call, y'all cards. Here. These 2 go down, and if you take one and pass them back. Please take a card and also take a cell phone sticker. You can see Captain Silva does it, and encourages all our neighbors to have that non-emergency number handy so that we can report, and you can do it anonymously, any behavior that seems suspicious or odd. These are just a few pictures of the kind of community policing and community involvement that the neighborhood associations enjoy and benefit from so greatly from our partners at PBSO. I love this picture. Look at that little guy's face. Not only is it fun things and sporting events with kids, but PBSO has also had several seminars, citizens academies, special seminars with the neighborhood association presidents. These are our guys. We've known all these guys since it was Lake Worth PD. They're our neighbors. And they are most definitely our partners in helping to keep this city of Lake Worth safe and family friendly. How's that for a final picture? Isn't that great? So there we go. Any questions? Oh, you will.
Commissioner Zerdy?
Notice in the guide, there's a little, we've only had enough of these made for the dinner, so I may ask some of you to get them back to me. But we were hoping that the city of Lake Worth would agree to take the back cover. That would certainly help us a whole lot.
No pressure.
If you don't ask, you never get.
No, I'm just honestly impressed. I want to thank the NAPC for everything that they do. I know how much time and commitment it takes and goes into all of these things. I know each one of you does so very much, and as I've said a million trillion times as I've sat up here, is that we can't do it without you. And what you're doing within the communities is so essential, and we're so very honored of all the hard work that you put in. The front porch is a kick and a half. I've had fun to hang out there a couple of times myself, and I love the exposure that it gives each of the different neighborhood associations. But again, you guys are doing the real hard work and keeping an eye on things in all the individual neighborhoods, and whatever way we can work together to keep it rocking and rolling. You know, Mike, look at that back page cover. Thank you all so very much. Appreciate it.
I just wanted to say that you all do get together. I mean, you see a lot of these events and all, it happens all the time. So the one thing that's going on here is it's constant. And I know that, you know, the city's been working hard with the financial resources that we have, but it's neighborhood associations that make up a lot of the difference. That really makes the difference here. So, and I think it's come a long way, Mary, since you and the rest of the neighborhood presidents and getting more people involved. It's very contagious.
Thank you, Commissioner Zerdy. We would very much like to meet with the new events coordinator. We'd like the front porch to be a permanent fixture at the bonfires, as well as other city events. For example, the sand sculpting that's coming up. The front porch belongs anywhere the city of Lake Worth wants to reach out to me.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation.
You're welcome.
You know, it's amazing. I remember 10, 12 years ago, I think we maybe had 1 or 2 neighborhood associations, and there seemed to be a reluctance at the city level, to really encourage that. But things have changed so much in the last 10 or 12 years. I think just about the entire city is blanketed and represented by the neighborhood association. And I am struck when I go outside the city, how many comments I get from folks around the county who speak about our neighborhood associations and the presence and the impact that they're making here in the city. So again, thank you, and thank all of the presidents and certainly all the citizens that make up these neighborhood associations who do an outstanding job.
You're welcome,
Lake
thank you
Worth
very
truly
much.
is a great place to live.
Thank you.
Commissioner Marissa?
You know, as a past president, the President's Council is very close to my heart. So, you know, I just want to thank all the presidents to their invested efforts and everything that you do. It takes a lot of work, so I want to thank you personally. But Street Painting Festival is coming up, and I know you've talked a lot tonight, but can you tell us a little bit about how the neighborhood associations can get involved with getting their neighbors on
Funny
board?
that you should mention that. The Neighborhood Association President's Council was approached by the Street Painting Festival, Inc., and we are going to take a very big load off of their hands in this upcoming. The NAPC is going to be manning all of the beer tents and totally take over the responsibility for volunteers for that whole thing. And we're talking somewhere in the neighborhood of 181 hours of volunteerism that will be filled by the members of the NAPC.
And also, as president, is because you have so many presidents here and there's people at home listening, the more people you get from your neighborhood, the more money you have for your neighborhoods, because you get to keep the tips.
Yes,
Is that correct?
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Mary will be looking for volunteers from your neighborhoods. Encourage your neighbors to volunteer, because the more that comes out of Mango Groves, the more that comes out of Tropical Ridge, the more money you have.
Goes right back to
goes
Mango
right
Groves
back.
and to Tropical Ridge and to each neighborhood association prorated based on the number of hours they work.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And so maybe all the presidents and directors of neighborhood associations would like to stand up and take a bow. Y'all deserve it.
Mayor, can I just add one more comment too?
Please.
I want to thank the NAPC, the presidents, the neighborhood associations. You know, I've only been here a short time, but it's astounding, the relationship that's been developing with staff, the respect, the collaboration, and it's something that's very powerful, and it comes from the heart. So I really thank you so much for how you've interacted with the city and the staff, and we look for so many great things in the future, so thank you for that partnership.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Rock, Mary.